Hi guys, so I wanted to share a tip that I use on my Ancient Nord armor, that being the scroll work that I did throughout it. I found it really helpful because a lot of the work that I do is freehand, and kind of getting like a consistent symmetrical pattern throughout the armor is kind of difficult. So what I did was create the pattern that I wanted to use for the detailing. So what I did was draw out the scroll work. You can do this by hand. You can search the internet and find pattern that somebody else had already done, or make your own, however you want to do it. I just happened to draw it out. So this is what I'm going to use throughout my armor. So I'm going to try to keep this nice and neat because I'm going to use it multiple times. So what you want to do is take the piece of armor you want the scroll work or raised effect to be on, and just kind of place it where you want it. And the next thing you want to do is you want to transfer this essentially to the foam. And so how you do that is with like a push pen or a thumbtack, whatever you have. And then you basically just like go down these lines, poking holes until you meet up at the end, which I've already done on here. So I'm not going to show you all that. But essentially this is what you're going to get afterwards, is this little dot pattern on your armor, which is kind of hard to see. So what you want to do next is take a pen or a marker and draw out over top of the poke marks that you've made, so it's a little easier to see. And so then the next step is going to be actually achieving the raise effect, which I don't know why, but when I saw that on other people's armor, I'm like, how did you do that? I don't understand. It is just like, what did you use? I was just so baffled and confused, and I feel really stupid because all it is 2mm craft foam. And so basically you just want to get your sheet of 2mm craft foam, and you want to cut strips out of it in the thickness that you want for your pattern. And so basically I just take my foam and a ruler and kind of just line it up to the thickness that I want without my hair. No, it's still there. Okay. And then just take your box cutting knife and cut a strip in here, however many you need. So that's what you're going to use to create the raised effect. And then what you do is basically take these dudes, line it up with your lines that you made on your armor, and glue it down. It's your choice if you want to use hot glue or the wonderful contact cement. I actually use hot glue on this one, which I kind of wish I didn't because it's kind of messy. It's not very forgiving, and I don't know, it's just really messy. I would suggest using the contact cement. So what you want to do is basically take this dude and then follow your lines with this, and then also do the same thing on your strips of craft foam. And then once that dries, then you're able to place it along your pattern that you've made. And for time purposes, I'm not going to go through this entire thing, but this is essentially what you want to do. And then when you're done, you end up with your scroll work. And then after that, you can take a heat gun, you can start to form it. What I did with this one is I started making my hammered look, which I did after the fact, and kind of just like went over it so it kind of all blended in. That's it. Pretty simple. You don't have to necessarily do scroll work. It's like whatever pattern you want to use, but I just thought it was really helpful in achieving a consistent look throughout your armor. So I hope that helped. Thanks, guys.